Oh, what a shot from Mark. Did I say, can he forget it? What a shot. Deserved better.
Don't expect those families to look any more relaxed at any point. However many times we see them.
Well, that was a good sign, that, for Mark Williams fans and his family. To knock in a long red like that after missing the pink. Good sign.
Pot success for the whole match just favours Higgins. Nerve success certainly favours Higgins. It's 100% basically tonight. Clearances he's made have been sensational.
Not the best safety shot. Don't think he can pot anything, but can get his hand on the table and play a good safety shot back. But that's not good either. It's finished up good in front of the yellow. Shot time favouring Williams at 19 seconds. That's pretty quick, that.
Well, if you believe in omens, year 2000, Williams beat Matthew Stevens 18-16. 2003, he beat Ken Doherty 18-16. So he could complete the hat-trick with the same score, but he had a great chance to win 18-15. He's got to try and just block that out of his mind now. Focus on this frame. Oh my word, what a pot. What a pot that is.
Incredible. Incredible. Great pot. Nicely on the black.
Well, I think it's fair to say he's got his head together here.
But how? How has he? That's the thing.
And look at this.
What a great pot.
8.
Well, he's given himself another chance here. Another opportunity.
Nine. $16. $70.
Just a little shorter pace. So, has to go up towards the blue.
25. $30.
Another phone going off.
$31.
Well, decision to make. Does it go into them? Play for the loose ones? Played to go into them. And played it well. He's on the red to the left corner. And I think that was a good decision to make.
36.
Try and win at this visit.
Thanks. 37.
Ray Reardon was 45 when he won the title in 1978. Mark Williams, 43, would be the oldest champion since. Of course, what links them, apart from being Welsh, is that they're both great multi-champions who find an extra gear when the chips are down.
Well, I still can't get my head round how he's playing these shots after missing that pink.
45.
Absolutely brilliant.
Well, Joe, you were in this position in the last frame, but she's waiting on again to see if he can kill it off this time.
Well, I chose to play for the red to the middle, which is the most difficult one.
52.
But this time it goes in. Again, chose to play for the more difficult red. He could have played for one of the easier ones.
60.
She can barely look, his wife.
He's got it.
We've been here before. In the last frame, it was a pink to this pocket. In this one, it's the black. If it goes in, John Higgins needs snookers. And this time it's in. But he wants this one in as well. It's only one snooker. And now surely the celebrations can start.
69.
They have started.
And what class Mark Williams is, because there was no punching, there was no screaming and shouting. He took it in his stride.
And then he misses that one. Well, Higgins has got to play on. It's 3
69.
snookers. Maybe that was just adrenaline.
Quiet down, please. Thank you.
Well, those celebrations have been put on hold. I can hear people behind us getting ready to bring the presentation party out and all of that, but it's not over yet.
Quiet down, please. Thank you.
I don't think he knows how he's missed that brown.
Well, John Higgins is such a great champion. We've seen that in the way he's played tonight, and he's going to fight until there's no fight left. No point carrying on at the moment. There's always the chance if you can pot a couple of reds, leave one on, free ball, all those sort of things can happen.
Yeah, just one snooker with a free ball. Happened before.
He's played brilliantly tonight, Higgins, but of course he was in trouble. But the way Williams responded, not just to the comeback, but to the missed pink in that last frame, incredible. Just put it out of his mind. Oh, look at this. Look at this. It's over now. John Higgins sits down for the last time. The next time he gets up, he'll be shaking his hand. So 15 years after he won the title for a second time, Mark Williams completes a remarkable hat-trick.
Great middle pocket player. And he gets another chance to become world champion.
It always seemed a big year for him. He turns 30 later this year. And of course, since he was 21 when he was in the final, he's been talked about and talked about. Will it be his year? Will it be his year? But we've seen such a successful year on the table for him. That's gone slightly awry, though.
5.
Yeah, that was a poor positional shot. It wasn't bad luck, that. He can still pot this red, but getting to the next colour is not going to be easy.
6.
Played it with a lot of right-hand side on the cue ball, and he's dropped perfectly onto the ball.
Yes, as I say, he's been very mature all season, hasn't he? He's dedicated himself. He's sort of cut back big time on the social media. He's got his brother Jack with him. They've been focusing on the table, and results have come. The Masters, Northern Ireland Open, World Grand Prix. And now, the biggest of them all is in sight.
Yeah, he's certainly done better, hasn't he, with his brother Jack being with him. Could have gone into the reds there and tried to bring the pink into play, but he's chose to just get a few balls and get a few points in front. It's always handy, you know, to have a lead, especially when it's the last frame.
12.
Got to get the right side of the blue, and just a little nervous shot there. A lot of room to play with.
Yellow ball.
Good recovery. Good recovery, and wasn't too bothered about ideal position. Just made absolutely sure of the yellow.
Well, I remember first seeing Judd Trump play. He was 10 years old. He was playing in the English finals weekend in Gateshead, all the amateur finals. He was in 2 of them. He won the under-15 title, and the next day lost in the under-13 championship. And you could never say he'll be world champion, but there was something special about him, definitely. And there still is. And OK, he's had knocks and he's had people doubting him. But look at him now.
18.
What a talent he is. He's played so well in the final. When he had to step up, he's found the breaks, the shots, and the poise as well to get himself into this position.
And just got a glimpse of the magical arena of the Crucible. Now, will he bring the pink into play here? Doesn't need to. He can still play for loose reds and keep playing for the blue. And just trust into luck a little bit if he goes into them. I think at this stage, you know, another 4 or 5 blues and he's safe.
24.
How must the parents be feeling? You know, his dad Stevie used to use his holiday time to drive Trump to tournaments.
25.
Well, we've got them now. What a chance. There is his brother Jack. There are his parents. Incredible moments for them, really is.
And his heart, I'm not kidding you, his heart will be pumping out of his chest.
30.
And out of theirs as well.
31.
And he's okay, wrong side of the pink, but there's a red down the baulk end of the table.
John Higgins, a great champion
47.
who's had a difficult season, but has found something at the Crucible yet again. But he was up against
48.
here someone who just switched into another gear. I mean, Higgins has had 4 centuries, but Trump last night did all the damage, didn't he, in that session that he won 8-1.
Yeah, what a great player he's been as well, Higgins. And he's played well, really well, in all 3 finals in the last 3 years, but it doesn't look as though it's meant to be now. Match time just approaching 7 hours. He's only screwed it slightly, has he? Yeah, just a touch.
42.
He should be okay. Just a little bit of adrenaline there.
Just checking to see if this red actually goes.
Well, it looks like it will, but not through all the pocket. It's tight. Yep.
43.
And that's what is in front. 43. There's his brother Jack.
Yes, he's had a lot of support, but of course ultimately it's down to him to actually perform, and he knows he's 2 balls away.
49.
This is what he's played for, David, all his life. These next couple of shots.
50.
The
Yes.
crowd didn't clap.
Absolutely, no one wants to put him off. What a moment in the life of Judd Trump. Snooker's required if the blue goes in.
You hear them clap now.
Judd Trump, long been talked about as a potential world champion. It's about to become a reality. An incredible talent. But you need more than that to be a champion. You need the belief, you need the work ethic.
62.
You need that cool under pressure, and he's demonstrated all of that over the 17 days.
Judd Trump, 62.
John Higgins offers his hand. The boy prince has become the king of snooker.
Right in the middle of the pocket. So another chance for O'Sullivan.
1.
Six world titles gets him level with Ray Reardon, who is a former coach of his. He helped him the second time he won the world title, 2004. And of course Steve Davis, his boyhood snooker idol. But it's the span, isn't it? It's the 19-year span, which is the really remarkable thing.
Yeah, for 3 decades. It's unbelievable, really, isn't it?
Well, the only other player who's done it in the World
4.
Championship over that length was Joe Davis, the first champion. 1927, he won his first title. 19 years later, he won his 15th and promptly retired. But the game is
6.
vastly different now to how it was then, clearly.
Seven.
Well, that's the score he's got to get to.
14.
61 points to be world champion.
Yes, and what a world championship it would
15.
be to win. A tournament that may never have been on. It was, of course, postponed initially. A lot of work, and we must pay tribute to World Snooker Tour and their partners. A lot of work has gone into not only staging it, but staging it safely. They've accomplished that. And what a tournament. I remember the very first frame we did, Joe, on the first morning, it's a long time ago now, Tom Ford nearly had a maximum. That set the tone for what's been a fascinating tournament, even though the final is one-sided. The
21.
event itself has been superb.
Yeah, everybody I've spoke to has said what a great tournament it's been. Coverage has been fantastic. The players been superb. This man, he's got out of jail a few times,
28.
especially with Selby.
29.
It's just a shame about the final being so one-sided, but you know, that's because of O'Sullivan's ability.
The trophy waiting in the background.
36.
It's 7 years since Ronnie O'Sullivan won the title.
37.
The other thing to say, of course, is he would go past Stephen Hendry's record of ranking
44.
titles. 37 to Hendry's 36.
45.
Well, he's 2 balls away.
Needed 2 chances, but it doesn't look like he's made any mistake on the second chance.
No.
Enjoy this man while you can.
Absolutely, the moment has come.
50.
It's a quick kill.
51.
Can he end with a century? That would end the championship on a real high note. If anyone could do it, it's this man. Kyren Wilson,
58.
of course, had a bye in the first round, had that emotional semi-final against Anthony McGill. But it just started to go wrong for him this afternoon.
And wasn't it nice to see Kyren Wilson clapping O'Sullivan on frame and match ball there? What a gentleman, what a sportsman.
66.
And what a shot.
67.
He's trying for the crowd.
There's never been anyone like him. Oldest champion since Ray Reardon, 1978, but the way he's playing, he could go
70.
on and on and on.
$71.
Check. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot.
76. 78.
So
81.
these final 4 balls to end the championship with his 13th century. And get his hands on the cheque for £500,000, his biggest ever payday from
85.
snooker. What a showman.
Come on, come on. Little kiss. Little
96.
kiss.
96 to finish. The unique, the unconventional, the irrepressible, the brilliant Ronnie O'Sullivan stands once again on top of the snooker world. This colossus of the Green Bays has conquered the crucible.
Mark Selby had a chance in this frame. He
21.
screwed into the reds and left himself under the cushion. And then missed the red very, very narrowly to the green pocket.
22.
But it's going to come down to that red on the left side cushion, and that isn't easy. He's going to try and find a way of taking that red away from the cushion. And the black
28.
could be the ball to do it with. Could choose the blue. £12 points the lead. If he's got the angle on the pink to bring the red into play, she can't look.
Yeah, he's got his friends here.
Well, this is do or die, isn't it? You get this, you win the frame.
35.
If you don't, you're out of the tournament. And Mark Selby would be world champion. All on this shot.
17 days at the Crucible. And as Joe says, this feels like the biggest shot of the whole tournament.
I can't believe he's taking it on, actually, but he's so good with the rest. No, no. No, Mark Selby gets his chance,
Sean
and he
Murphy,
won't get a better one.
35.
Exactly, it's the sort of chance at this stage he's looking for. Ball over the pocket, everything in the open. This is why it just caught the cushion, didn't it, and stayed out.
Yeah, what a brave shot, though, to take on. He's took a lot of balls on.
Yeah, he was only going to win this final by going for his shots. It's got him this far. If that goes in, it's 17-16.
You can't fault him. And he's not out yet.
1.
He might have to take the green here. The blue's okay as well. He can come up and down the table for the yellow.
Well, I know one thing. If Mark Selby, Joe, doesn't take it out here, then Sean Murphy will seriously fancy the job.
Looks good. Looks good. He couldn't have played that much better. He'd have liked a little angle on the yellow.
6.
Because he's got to get good on the green to get to the brown. Nothing for being short on the green here. And that looks just about right.
He's played so well in this championship. He's been pressed here at the end of the final. He needs to put these away now. And then all the pressure goes away for another year. This was the red. Big shot. It goes in, it's a frame winner for sure.
Yeah, like you said, though, it caught the cushion just a little bit too early. He needs them all. He needs them all. Doesn't want to be straight
11.
on the brown. There's a little bit of noise in the
There's
audience.
got a microphone on somewhere.
There's a microphone on. They're getting ready to come and do the interviews. Well, it's not over yet. He's still got to pot 4 balls.
And that is not a good shot.
15.
That is not a good shot. He's a big pressure player, though. He's hoping. It looks good, this. It looks good. If he gets the pink, Murphy can only tie.
20.
It's just run that little bit too far.
Well, he never does it the easy way, does he, Mark Selby? Pink to lead by 7 with the black on.
It looks good again. Doesn't want to be under the cushion. What a shot that was from Selby
26.
at this stage of the match.
Well, does anyone try harder than this man? He needs one more ball. And he's our champion.
Can you
Packed
clear
house
that entrance, please?
here at the Crucible, holding their breath. Well, there's still noises off. There's still noises off that are putting him off. In it goes. For the 4th time, Mark Selby is king of the Crucible.
Play the cannon on the red by the black. It's a big shot to take on. Well, if you play the cannon, it's an absolutely delightful shot. cannon. That was... It was something that he saw and he thought he'd take the risk. And it could be
Thank you.
a defining shot in this frame.
You just
8.
sense the stage is set for a grandstand finish.
Nine.
Thought he played quite a good safety shot, a containing shot, but just the red that he didn't play last time, O'Sullivan felt there was a real way of getting on the black from it. Slight error there. I think he played the nudge on the right-hand red to be on the other two.
16.
To the left corner, but as you can see, there's no problem.
17.
That's a handy little clip on the blue.
Ronnie O'Sullivan's 30th successive appearance at the Crucible. That in itself is remarkable, but remember, he came here as world #1. When he was coming through, a 46-year-old would be a veteran on the way down. But he's still very much at the top of the game, and he's prepared so well for this tournament. He's done everything right in terms of preparation. Just what needs to now put these away.
22. 23.
Yes, indeed. This could be
30.
where it all happens. No reason to believe he wouldn't make a substantial amount from here.
31.
We've watched him all these years, Neil, as our viewers will have done. I know we have a lot of new viewers, but there would have been people there right from the start. And his career is unparalleled, isn't it? The longevity he's had is perhaps the most incredible thing.
Well, there was a spell before he became world champion
36.
where people knew how talented he was and thought, well, it just appears he's
37.
never going to achieve the great heights that you know, his skill suggested he should do. Something of an underachiever that was a word people were using, but they're very quiet now, those people, because he's completely proved them wrong. The skill and talent has always been there, the natural
44.
ability, but the hard work that goes with it. And now, the big numbers, all the victories, the tournaments. There were many people that
45.
never believed he could be a 7 times world champion alongside Stephen Hendry. They thought that moment might have passed, but he looks as strong as ever to me.
He will need another red after the black. What a moment this is. This Crucible Theatre has seen many down the years. This is
52.
something very special, because barring snookers, this red, and it's O'Sullivan's 7th world title.
53.
What a player! And if he can make a century, he will win the championship with his 200 at the Crucible. In the 30 years he has been entertaining us here.
60. 61.
There's never been anyone like him before. There may never be anyone like him again. Special talent,
68.
a special character who has retained his focus right from the start of this tournament. He was pressed by
69.
Trump, who put together an excellent afternoon session, but Ronnie O'Sullivan came out tonight renewed, refreshed and ready to go again. And this now is the victory lap.
$72. $73.
See the pressure
79.
just leaving him in these
Thank you.
moments, but I'm sure he wants for the crowd to finish with a century.
80.
Gonna have to be a double on the yellow.
85.
Trump knows it's over. Just didn't perform on day one, left it late. Snooker's greatest showman, Ronnie O'Sullivan, is in 7th heaven.
Well, it's a good shot, really. I mean, Luca flew up to the table thinking I must be left about 4 reds, but that was the only one he had after all that. This is awkward, but it should land him on something if it goes in.
Suddenly the support swings back behind Luca Brissell. They've been cheering Mark Selby on to make it close, but he's had such a fan base here at the championship because of the way he's played. At all times during the tournament, he's tried to make things happen, and he's doing it again here from the first red. This is his first chance now to win the title.
And what a golden chance it is. He's played a couple of very good shots at the start from a not a particularly promising position.
15. $16.
His support group, how must they feel? Been put through it tonight. They all have belief. That's what he has to show.
23.
Can't see his dad Carlo there. He's probably pacing furiously backstage, keeping an eye on things.
$24.
Yes, it's not the easiest bunch of reds, actually. They're just scattered above the black, and it's, you know, a cannon into them would not necessarily guarantee any position. But he has to nudge them at some point. Is he on the red that he's just pushed up the table there?
31.
The one by the pink, it might go. I think it goes through the gap. Albeit not easy. Well, it'll certainly go. What a shot that is. What a shot. He was very close to hitting the red on the way through. Goodness me.
And now it's starting to look like a really good chance for this supremely talented player. We were then nil
39.
10-6 down he was to Ronnie O'Sullivan. That session was one of the most memorable we've seen in the tournament.
Well, he's belligerent and skillful, seemingly without any nerve, and that is his way. But he knows that this is the most golden of chances. This is why he started playing the game and Was such a precocious junior player. He's had his ups and downs as a professional, but this is the moment, isn't it? This really is.
It's in his hands. It's where you want it. Relying only on yourself. He would have beaten, of course, 3 of the multi-champions. Mark Williams, that was a great game in round 2. Ronnie O'Sullivan and Mark Selby in between. Si Jiahui, one of the great stars of this tournament. He's gone through every emotion possible, really. But he's poised to become the last man standing.
Yeah, a little cannon there, which gives him options.
47.
But crucially, he's not rushing. He's much quicker a player than this. He can be really quick, fluent, fast. But he knows that's not the time for it. The time is for concentration, consolidation. He's not overhitting shots. He's doing everything that he knows he needs to do.
Exactly, he's delivering the cue nicely, naturally.
55.
He's been put under intense pressure here, where many players have crumbled at the Crucible by the master of it.
56.
Could it be, though, that even Mark Selby is not Belgian bulletproof?
Just gone slightly wrong there. If he rolls this in, he's okay, but he doesn't really like playing these little shots. No, that's fine. That's all fine. Well, what a moment this is. I mean, he's on the brink here of something so special.
62.
Every snooker player would dream of this.
63.
Blue to lead by 68 with 75 on, so it's another red. Sounds straightforward. He's been anything but tonight. He led 15-10, 16-10 won the first frame. Mark Selby really played well to fight back. But this is the moment.
Well, Selby came back the true champion he is. One of the most difficult players in the game to beat, especially
68.
here. Goodness me.
This red, and barring snookers, Luca Brissell is the world champion.
69.
What a moment. What a moment for him, for his family, for his country, Belgium, and for the future of snooker.
Well, that's the one. That is the one. He knows it. And as you say, just so marvellous to see the way he's played throughout the championship in this final. And the brand of snooker. Just look at this, Dave. Isn't it marvellous?
They're already on their feet. We haven't finished yet. They've warmed to him because of the way he's played, because of the personality he's shown. He's taken the game to some of the greats. He was pushed tonight.
82.
Mark Selby knows it's over. It's just a question now of finishing with another century. But the delight you can see in Luca Brissell.
And Mark Selby tapped the table. He tapped his hand almost to applaud.
90.
When
91.
when Luca was doing that little victory march, and that was nice to see. Mark is a really good man. It's not to be this year, but what a player he is. What a battle he's given Luca Brissell. But Luca has been sensational in this final. Sensational in the semi-final comeback.
97.
Oh, just so much to like about how he plays, what he does.
Yes, absolutely. Likeable is the word. And there's the century. His 5th of the final. It got sticky. Questions were asked of him. He found the answers. He found them in style. He needed one chance in the end. One chance to get it won.
112.
And after all that pressure, suddenly it's the easiest game in the world. Cool hand, Luca.